Hello and welcome to the channel. If you haven't done so already, make sure to like and subscribe. So let's go ahead and cover this interesting article. Now, you already know that I was not a fan of General Motors partnering up with Honda, but I think it was Honda's decision to partner up. But anyway, that relationship has been extended until 2027. I guess they're the cliff note is they're coming together so they can build cheaper EVs around $30,000 because we all know EVs are really expensive, but with the tax incentives as well as the state incentives and a couple of different incentives that are available for you if you want to transition over to EV. The hardest part is just getting one. That's the hardest part. Teslas are backed up for months. Um, but there are other options. You just have to, be quick on the draw. And if you want to pay that market adjustments, you can. But anyway, that's not that video. We're talking about General Motors and extending their partnership, which I am not a fan of. So here we are. GM Honda expanding their partnership to develop millions of affordable EVs in 2027. Ah, hmm, not a fan. Not a fan at all. The automakers first announced 2 years ago that they would work together to develop two Honda branded electric vehicles, which is the Honda Prologue, which I told you to stay away from it like the plague, because it will be plagued with marred of issues. Because GM is only designing the heart of the vehicle, like the battery and all that other stuff. And then Honda is designing the exterior and the interior of the vehicle. So it's gonna have some bomb ass freaking interior, but it's not gonna go anywhere because it's a General Motors, and hopefully it doesn't, you know, burn down your house while you're charging, just like the Bolt is doing. And just the Bolt has a whole bunch of issues with it too. General Motors has recalled it more than 2 times, and then they just stop sale of it in general. So to me, that's not a very good look. If I was Honda, I would have tried to get the hell out of this deal as fast as possible and partner up with somebody else that's leading in the industry when it comes to electric. Um, yeah. Anyway, the Japanese company would design the exteriors, which I said, and the interiors of the new EVs, while the platform will be engineered to support Honda's specification. They will be manufactured at GM's North American plants. At least that's the good thing, that it's being built in America and it's not being built somewhere else like Mexico, etc. With the sales expected to begin in 2024 model year. GM and Honda will share our best technology. Makes me laugh. Best technology, design and manufacturing strategies to deliver affordable and desirable EVs on global scale, including our key markets in North America, South America, China, and Mary Barra said. GM chair and CEO in a statement, the new vehicle will be priced below the upcoming 2024 Chevy Equinox. I would love to see that, because anytime an EVs so quote unquote cheap, they look like shit or they get really crappy range. Those are the most, you know, things that I can think of. Like the range is terrible. Maybe it'll get like 180 miles per range per kilowatt or whatever. But especially if it's subpar 30, you're gonna, because right now there isn't any vehicle that can hit that mark where it's subpar 30,000. All of them are 30,000 and plus. Lowest being like 45,000. I know the Ionic 5, the cheapest one is like 39,000, but they're not even making those. The one that's available is the CE, the SLE, the CE all-wheel drive, um, and the CE rear. I think I've seen the CE rear. I'm sorry. I think I've seen it. But after all of your tax rebates, then it's about 30,000, something like that. But before that, you're paying around $45,000 for it starting, or 40 something. It's around that area. But after your 75 and your tax rebates and all that, and your state tax rebates or whatever, then you're looking at about 30. But they try to nail it. I don't know if it's 30, it's below 30 after the incentives. It doesn't really give you much information over here. Um, but we'll see, man. We'll see if they can pull this off. Most EVs today in the market are more expensive than their gas equivalents. Though EV sales numbers are still ticking up as more models become available, but while EV battery components have been dropping for years, recent supply chain constraints, the global chip shortage, and the Russian invasion of Ukraine have all conspired to send some of those prices up, complicating the outlook for affordable EV prices. Ultimately, that what we're shooting for is parity with internal combustion engines, ICE, offerings, said Rick Shostek. I don't know. I can't say his name. I'm sorry. Executive Vice President of Honda North America, in briefing with the reporters Tuesday, but we have a lot of work ahead of us to get there. I think they should have just released our Model E in the United States market, even though the range is terrible. I would have still loved to have that here as an option to just try it out, drive it around, and see what it's like. The one thing I liked about that vehicle is the interior. I like the way the interior looks, very clean and simple. So maybe we'll see something like that on the Prologue, but I implore you to stay away from it. Do not buy it. Just wait and see. You're on a wait and see mode, okay? Use your head. General Motors doesn't have the best reputation when it comes to electric vehicles. I'm telling you. Even their new Hummer EV, that thing is heavy as hell. It's not very efficient when it comes to charging and all that other stuff. It's not efficient at all comparing to a Tesla. But anyway, man, it is what it is. Enough of me ranting about this. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And you have yourself a very beautiful night, because I know I will.